Hello everyone and happy Sunday. This is your friendly host of Secrets of Silicon Valley, Bradley Naranj. I am here, as you can tell, in the Santa Cruz Mountains, getting ready to go for a hike. I am going to place this on Secrets of Silicon Valley because for me, this area here in the Santa Cruz Mountains is one of the secrets, known secrets of Silicon Valley. Many of you who are not local to the San Francisco Bay Area may have a false impression of what Silicon Valley is like. Some of you may have watched the television series Silicon Valley, or just seen pictures of the Googleplex and the Apple headquarters, Facebook headquarters in East Palo Alto, and Menlo Park and other places. Well, the truth is, that's only part of the magic of Silicon Valley. The other part of the magic comes from the surrounding green hills on the western flanks of Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is just simply another name for what's called Santa Clara Valley. And a lot of the counties here were originally Native American land. There still are small indigenous communities who live here. But the names like Santa Clara and San Mateo and the like came from Spanish explorers who landed on these shores and began colonizing them in the 18th century, or I guess the late 17th, early 18th century. But ever since, a lot of the land here has been used for many, many purposes, logging, for example. But now the logging industry is largely a thing of the past, although there is still some selective logging that goes on in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Much of this land now is either owned by the affluent or by individuals who live in small, tiny communities like the one where my wife and I live, that's called Kings Mountain. It's an unincorporated area with a volunteer fire department, with a small school, and with individuals who often work in the valley but live up here in the mountains, as you can tell, because of its natural beauty. Today, I am going on a hike, maybe about 4 to 4.5 hour long hike in Summit Creek Redwoods Open Space Preserve. I've often done many of my broadcasts from the Summit Creek Redwoods Open Space Preserve, but I know that there are always new people who join. I also recently purchased a new iPhone, and so this is the first high quality video that I'll be posting. So I'm really excited to try it out and to share this with many of you. Let me tell you a bit about myself if this is the first time that you'll be watching. My name is, as I said, Bradley Naranj, Neo Alpha Romeo Alpha Neo Charlie Hotel. I was born in Wheeling, West Virginia, so I am a mountaineer at heart. I went to school in Wheeling at a wonderful Catholic school called St. Vincent de Paul, and then at a high school called the Lindsley School, which was a college preparatory academy for men and then eventually for women. I then left West Virginia to attend college at a top-ranked liberal arts Williams College. I spent some time in Germany as a junior there at Williams, and when I graduated, I enrolled in a graduate program in the humanities at Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore. I spent some time there as a student, also as an assistant professor and instructor at Loyola University in Maryland. I taught at Johns Hopkins, and then following my dissertation defense, I also taught at the College of William and Mary in Virginia. At that point, I got lucky. I got a fellowship, a postdoctoral fellowship to study and teach and do research at Stanford University. And it was because of that, which happened now almost 14 years ago, that I'm able to live here with my wife, Camellia, and enjoy all of this beautiful, untouched, natural landscape. I was a professor and academic and taught for a great many years, more than a decade of my life, and then eventually left academia after a 4-year teaching position at the University of Montana in Missoula. And after that, I started a small company. I am a teacher, but I also love the outdoors, and rather than discussing and analyzing the past, I decided that my calling in life was to be someone who would help lead all of us into a better future, a more sustainable, greener, healthier but also more prosperous future. I spent a lot of time researching many topics online to become a fully educated Renaissance style individual. I did some team building activities before the COVID pandemic, but once COVID hit, my client base dried up. I was unemployed for a number of years. I suffered a mental breakdown in 2020 as a result of desperation, I would say, in being unable to share my message with the world. More recently, I was employed at a local organic vineyard and sustainable winery, where I got to meet a lot of fantastic people and learn a lot of new skills. And now I am a published author. I run a small press called the Kings Mountain Press from here, headquartered in the Santa Cruz Mountains. And I host this podcast, The Secrets of Silicon Valley. I also just started a new Anchor podcast, audio only, called Bradley on Everything, which is an opportunity for me to share with you some of the insights I've gained as a result of my own unique life journey. Do I have something to tell you that you haven't heard before? I believe the answer is yes. I have natural leadership abilities, but I often struggle to share those properly with others. So this subscriber-based YouTube channel, Secrets of Silicon Valley, is one way in which I help to connect with all of you. If you do enjoy this, or if you want to learn more about my ideas for producing a better, more prosperous, more sustainable planet, if you would like to meet me in person, to join me on a hike, to spend time with me, to talk, to share your own views so that we can coordinate and build a stronger network, I am 100% looking forward to that and would welcome that with open arms. I practice what is called radical transparency on the internet. I believe the internet has been invented for all of us to form networks that allow us as internet users to make decisions and do things by sheer force of numbers that our political leaders simply cannot do because their system is based upon competition and winning and losing, and not on winning and winning, which is exactly what I think the internet can do. I bear no animosity towards the tech companies. In fact, I think that they have done remarkable jobs. All that I seek to do is to help lead us as a global community into a bigger and brighter future. I do so not out of a sense of ego, but out of a sense of mission. I feel that it is my calling here on earth to be a leader, to be a guide, to be an instructor, to be a catalyst for change. This is how I imagine my life being. I'll be posting this online now, and if you do like it, please consider following me on social media. I am on Twitter, on Instagram, on Tumblr, on Anchor, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. Most of these things you can find if you go to Google and type in Bradley Naranch, Bradley, Naranch, Naranch, Neo Alpha Romeo Alpha Neo Charlie Hotel. If you search for that, you'll find my Twitter feed, my Twitter handle, my Instagram handle, my LinkedIn page, my Secrets of Silicon Valley YouTube subscriber channel. You can find my Bradley on Everything Anchor podcast. And you'll also hopefully come across my Amazon book page, where you'll find out the books that I, as head of Kings Mountain Press, have published and am going to publish in the weeks, months, and years ahead. So I'm excited of the path that my career has taken. I look forward incredibly looking forward to publishing more work, future-oriented speculative fiction geared for young adult readers, mature teenagers and late adolescents, and to publishing a great many works by other authors who join the Kings Mountain Press family. This is Bradley Naranch wishing you a good day Happy mental health. Bradley out.